Hi, my name is Muhammad Iman Ali bin Abdul Kadir from MSc 2018.
My name is Isnadisa Syaira binti Ismail Syarum.
Hai, annyeonghaseyo. My name is Nur Akila binti Muhammad Safruddin.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Atika Mawarda binti Abdul Razak.
Hello everyone. So today we're going to discuss about environmental management accounting, costs and benefits.
As for the first slide, this is the current issue that arise in Malaysia about environmental problems. Most of the problem was the water pollution problem, which is the most impact in Malaysia was Selangor state. As we can see, this is the biggest problem in Selangor for 2020. As you can see, the people in Selangor, they were impacted because of this water pollution, as their water supply will cut off if there was pollution in the river at Selangor. According to IFAC, EMA is the management of environment and economic performance through the development and implementation of appropriate environment related accounting system and practice. Environment management accounting typically involve life cycle costing, full cost accounting, benefit assessment, and strategic planning for environmental management. As according to Bennett and James 1998, EMA is concerned with gathering data related to the environment, which are converted through technique and process into information which is useful for manager to make decision making. Key data is both non-financial and financial in nature. Management accounting techniques such as performance measurement, operational budgeting, cost or pricing are used for the transformations. So next, I will talk about what is environmental cost. As you can see, the cost that organization incur to prevent, monitor and report environmental impact, and the cost of failing to comply with environmental regulations. In this slide, I will talk further about what is environmental cost. As you can see, McDonald's, before this, McDonald's using a plastic bag to pack their product for customer to bring back the product to home. But nowadays, as you can see, McDonald's using paper bag in order to replace the plastic bag for the customer to bring back the food. So as you can see, the cost that changes between the plastic bag into the paper bag, the cost related to modify the plastic bag to the paper bag is not as environmental cost. Therefore, in this case, McDonald's has incurred environmental cost which McDonald's changed their plastic bag to paper bag in order to sustainable their environmental. In this slide, I will talk about the major areas application of environmental management accounting. Environmental management accounting is the generation and analysis of both financial and non-financial information in order to support internal environmental management process. It is complementary to the conventional financial management accounting approach, with the aim to develop appropriate mechanisms that assist in the identification and allocation of environmental related costs based on Bennett and James in 1998 and Frost and Wilmers in 2000. The major areas for the application of EMA are: first, the product pricing; second, the budgeting; third, the investment appraisal; fourth, the calculating cost; and the last one is the saving of environmental project or setting quantified performance target.
So next, we'll discuss about benefits of environmental management accounting. Or EMA. EMA will give a lot of benefits such as save money, save time and competitive advantages. So firstly, in terms of save money, EMA will help the company to get out from troubles in terms of company responsibilities towards the environment. So when the handle the lawsuit bear by the company if they did not comply with the regulation. Second, save time. The company will not need to deal with the additional inspection or maybe write report of filing out forms if they implement EMA, since the main purpose of EMA is to comply with environmental regulation. Last but not least, the company may compete with competitors, but they gain advantage as their company will focus more on environment. Therefore, EMA can also bring advantage related to competition, since companies can reduce expenses through using the recycle policies or using conservative energy. Moreover, companies can also focus on selling a greener product than the competitor, but at the same time sell it at the same price or lower than the competitor due to the reduction in cost.
So we're going to continue with the 5 tiers of environmental costs. The first tier is conventional costs, second is hidden costs, third is contingent costs, the fourth is relationship and image costs, and the last one is societal costs. The first tier is conventional costs. It is direct costs which associated with the capital expenditures, raw materials, and other operating and maintenance costs. So these costs can be found in the most organizations and normally captured by engineering economic evaluations. However, the cost may not be reported in a form that can be readily used by the managers to assess the organization's environmental expenditure. For example, electricity, fuel, and gas that may give impact to the environment. The second tier is hidden costs. These costs can only be found in the accounting system of the organization, but these costs might be difficult to find and report because these costs are often hidden in various overhead accounts such as costs of wages, salaries, and utilities. It is also include the cost of monitoring and reporting of environmental activities to comply with the regulations. The third tier is contingent costs, which costs that may be recognized within the organization's internal report. These costs also being disclosed in the notes to the financial statements and included in external reports of the organization, but only if the organization failed to clean up any fines and penalties for non-compliance with regulations. For example, cost of remedying and compensating for future accidental release of substance into the environment. These contingent liabilities or contingent liability costs are often limited to costs that may be arise from existing legal actions. So we're going to continue with the fourth tiers, which is relationship and image costs. So this cost is reflect the perceptions of various stakeholders which are rarely measured in standard information system and are difficult to measure objectively. For example, cost of preparing environmental reports. So the last tier is societal costs. This cost is very difficult to recognize and measure. This is due to cost of estimating the impacts, and the specialized environmental knowledge might be needed to do so. These costs that organizations impose on others such as environmental and society, and they may not be held legally responsible and cannot be compensated in the legal system. For example, cost of natural resources such as river and atmosphere.
Here are the uses and benefits of environmental management accounting, which can be divided into 3, which is the first one is compliance, decision making, and organizational strategy. So let's start with the first one, which is compliance. The effectiveness of good corporate governance relies on the compliance with existing business conduct, rules, code, and legislation. Hence, it would allow the environmental protection via cost-effective compliance with the environmental regulation and self-imposed environmental policy. And then we proceed with number 2, which is decision making. It will provide with the relevant in-house data to be generated that will be used to support the making of decision by the management. It also ensures a better management and decision making internally, since EMA can be used in investment appraisal, eco-efficiency, and calculating a base for external accounting and reporting. And the last one is organizational strategy. EMA requires a range of instruments and procedures to facilitate corporate policy planning, decision making, and control in the business. EMA also supports the evaluation and implementation by cost-effective to ensure the organization long-term strategic goals.
the measurement and reporting of environmental performance, thus improving company image with stakeholders such as employees, customers, local communities, government and finance providers. Next, benefits to government of EMA implementation by industry. There are 5 benefits, which are: first, able to justify environmental programs on the basis of financial self-interest, the lower the financial, political and other burdens of environmental protection on government. Second, strengthen the effectiveness of existing government policies or regulations by revealing to companies the true environmental cost and benefit resulting from those policies or regulations. Third, industry EMA data can be used to inform government program or policy design. Next, estimate and report financial and environmental performance metrics for government stakeholders such as regulated industry or the industry partners in voluntary program. Last but not least, the benefit is industry EMA data can be used for regional or national level accounting purposes. Last, benefits of government implementation of EMA. First, government EMA data can be used for environmental and other decisions within government operation. For example, purchasing, capital budgeting, and federal facility environmental management systems. Second, government EMA data can be used to estimate and report financial and environmental performance metrics for government operation.
Next, we will look into the implementation to the industry. As we know, that Unilever brand have a social and environmental impact around the world. The multinational is increasingly embed sustainability thinking is day-to-day activity. As we can look at here, the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan set out to decouple the growth from environmental footprint while increasing positive social impact. Then, Unilever will continuously focus on those areas where they can drive the biggest change and support UN Sustainable Development Goals. Here are the 3 goals that have been highlighted by Unilever, which is the first one is improving health and well-being for more than 1 million. Second is reducing environmental impact by half. And the last one is enhance livelihood for millions. Here are the performance of Unilever on GSC, water, waste and sustainable sourcing. The performance is measured against a baseline of 2010. Here are the performance of Unilever on manufacturing. The performance is measured against the baseline of 2010. This is the approach taken by Unilever to reduce the depletion of natural resources and tackling climate change. The first one is taking global climate action and protecting our forests. Second, championing sustainable agriculture, focused land use and food security. Third, helping consumers to recycle more and use less water and less energy through producing products with a lower environmental impact. And fourth, making our manufacturing and distribution more eco-efficient. And the last one is advocating public policy to tackle climate change. Right now, we will look at into the Unilever cost saving and reduce environmental impact through lower energy and water consumption. Unilever wants to meet the aggressive goal of reducing energy consumption by at least 16% per year. But they have faced a problem which the plant produce margarine and other vegetable oil consume expenditure on energy represent 15% of oil production costs. The energy team has adopted to find a way for reducing energy consumption, and they need to find other way to meet the ongoing goal, which is 6% reduction per year. Then, as a solution, Unilever has invested in a new technology which is called as reverse osmosis. It is expected that the technology will pay for itself less than 16 months. Then, we will look into the effects to the Unilever. During the first year, calculated the net saving amount 378 and 166,000 even after accounting for the full cost of operating and maintaining RO system. Then, the plant consuming 13 million gallons less municipal water with an associated cost savings amount 68,000 and 8% less natural gas, saving 299,000. Then, the plant also saving 25,000 in boiler and softening chemical, release 240,000 less pound of chemical into sanitary sewer. And the last one is, the project has led to the company reducing carbon dioxide emission by 1.6 million ton, as well as cutting other greenhouse effects. Next, here are the environmental benefits received by Unilever. The first one is, Unilever has maximized the profit for their shareholder and stakeholder by taking care of the environment. Second, Unilever had improved their corporate image and reputation. Third, Unilever's sustainable living plan helped them to cut costs such as labor and storage costs and less back-breaking work for employees. Let's proceed with the last slide, which is the challenge of implementing environmental management accounting. The first challenge is poor communication link between accountant and other departments. The inconsistency of information used by the accounting and other technical department in tracing environmental costs accurately has caused the management make an inaccurate decision making. The second challenge is the investment decision based on a basis of inadequate information, where the lack of accurate evaluation on environmental related costs, such as costs associated with the certain future regulation and material flow costs, added inherent uncertainty of an investment decision. And the last one is, the accountant are not aware of the information when designing an accounting system, which has led to the difficulty in effective collection and evaluation of environmental related